We now return to Let's Play Lethis. I've added some of the gardens and trees to make things look nice, so we should now be fine for that. The next thing I need to do, however, is get my population back, because we are out of workers, and I need to begin the creation of some alcohol. So, all of that industry is going. We've still got that turned off, that's fine. So let's go ahead and open up another housing block to further expansion. I guess I'll just do this one. Now these guys require a wash house, so that's easy enough. That's under services. There we go. And I left a nice little spot right here. Oh, yes, have to bump up the speed. What's wrong with you? Oh, he just hadn't been handled yet. So the way this is gonna go, since I'm gonna eventually close off these parts on the side here, these guys are gonna have to come all the way around to the front of the actual city entrance here. I could have changed that, I'm sure. At least on this side I probably could have added another entrance, and in the future, if I continue to use this housing pattern, I might want to consider having multiple outlets so they don't all have to focus on the one part of the city. But at least this way it kind of allows everyone to just sort of focus. I could probably find a more efficient route for the markets back here. Maybe if I sort of stagger them and maybe have them on this side next time so they're that much closer, might be a little more efficient. Come on, 10% unemployed. That's not gonna be very much, is it? We've got 60 people. That might be enough for a few buildings. Let's find out. Time for not industry, it's under food. So the ranger's den, rather. 2 ranger's dens, provided they're close enough, will also provide enough for 1 distillery, I have discovered. I want to find out first how far this inspector goes. Doesn't go very far at all. So he won't go all the way up here. That's too bad. So I guess I'll just have to settle for having my buildings down here. Now, did he actually go this far, or am I going to put that a little too... build right on top of the ghost? I can't see anything wrong with that plan. Let's not do that. Let's pull these back. I'm trying to leave enough space so just in case I want to add more stuff. Now a distillery is what, 4, 5? 5. It's 5. Okay. So I could put a distillery on this end. Yeah, we'll just put a distillery there, and then we'll put 2 of those right there. Now when I say close enough, when I did this experiment I actually had these guys, a building just collapsed. Damn it. Why? Dude, you're right frickin' there. You walk by it every day. What the hell, building? What is going on here? The dude walks by it every day. There's absolutely no reason for that. How on earth did that collapse? How on earth did that collapse? Another building just collapsed. What the flying fuck? You're right there. Now down here I can maybe see... No, I can't. I can't see. But I can definitely see why this one might have. If this guy were appearing here instead of over here, then yeah, this guy is not getting... But that just... Well, I'm not going to rebuild it right now because that's going to be a little bit of waste of money and I don't actually require it. Let me see where you spawn. Yeah, that's totally what's going on there. God damn it. Guess you have to move back then. We'll have to move you back deliberately 1 square. which is going to affect how far you go, but we can't afford you to stop. Well, I might even have to go further back if I'm going to use this one too in the future. Which means he's only going to make it that far, so he won't even go up here, so I can't even use these squares on this side. I'll have to put another guy up here if I really want to try and expand it. Let me look at... let's turn that filter off. Okay, I'm still producing enough steam for this. I should be, because I'm not using too much steam. So anyway, before all that nonsense, as I was saying, when I was testing this, I actually had these guys right next to the trees. And then they had a very short distance to take to here. And the two of them were managing to keep this full. Now, am I not taking absinthe? I guess I'm not taking absinthe. That's why they're not moving it. So we're going to need... lower to 2,000, because this is going to be an essential good. I guess I'll take 2,000, and I will find out just how much the walker is gone. We'll see if he comes back. See, they're already empty. To be most efficient, I want these guys, and the walker's gone, and now they're empty again. So 2 might not actually be enough to maintain supply. For efficiency, they should never be empty. And I guess it's not. So the 2 will be enough, even though this 1 is constantly empty. And then this one provides backup to this one, I guess. Either way, that's ready to go. So we're producing absinthe. It is being taken by who? Oh, we've got ghosts. Right. Well, first of all, let me find out who's actually taking any absinthe. Well, I'm allowing them to accept it. Who is taking it, though? Is nobody taking it? Maybe it's one of these guys is taking it, and then they're not... Oh yeah, you're totally taking it. I need to turn that off. I mean, I can have you accepting it, the one that is accepting it right now, because they're at the same housing level as these guys, so we'll just build up this housing block. Are they actually... How did they get to this level without having the exorcist? It's a good question. One I don't have time to answer. Let's just add that exorcist to get rid of the ghosts. And that should bump it up to the next level. So they need a theater, level 5. We're already at almost 1,500 people. And the goal is 2,000 inhabitants at worker level 10, so probably can just shut off a bunch of things that I'm accepting here. We're not accepting the beer, we're not really in need of an extra food source. I'm gonna turn off, I believe potatoes was the one that I have an option of accepting. I'll turn off utensils as well. Eventually I'm probably gonna have to build that. I'm gonna have you turn off your utensils. Alcohol is the next thing required. Let's just turn that off too. I'm just gonna have controlled evolutions here, because we're already accepting way too much of the population. And that actually might mean I can just start getting rid of some of these houses out here, because otherwise, you know, we're running into that problem where even though I don't necessarily need them, they're still consuming resources. Unemployment is at 10%. I guess let's move to the next level, because that's really all there is left, right? There's just getting the services up. Might want to expand into a few more fisheries down here. I just saw that we've eaten up a good bit of my food. And we'll eventually want to import potatoes. 3 will probably take care of everybody. Let's look. But then we'll evolve with the workers. Okay, yeah, we'll probably eat up all of my workers, but we'll soon have an evolution thanks to the theater. $9,300 florins, so I'm actually making some good money. Utensil shop. Okay, well now that we've got to do that, now that we've got to set up utensils, we'll probably eat into a good chunk of said unemployment. Yeah, so we're gonna might have maybe enough. I think a utensil shop takes up 15 or 20, so it'll be close. I might want to evolve another set. Do we have any excessive... I'm probably going to have to build another group for that. Let's just focus on the one right now, though. So I'll go ahead and build... One, there we go. One of you there. I think I'm just going to have to abandon this one up here. Because it's... I mean, I could have a road there, but the guy just isn't going to make it. And the more I pull him back to take care of this iron mine, even less chance he's going to walk over here. And I'm not going to build one inspector just to handle that. So I'll build it like this anyway, but this is probably the only time I will use this. Okay, so we need to accept utensils, and I'll take maybe 2,000 again. Okay, so let's find out what population that takes from me. Now we're adding more things that we might need expanded steam capsule production for. It looks like I'm maintaining fairly well, though. Okay, so 2% unemployed. Is that going to be enough for... Well, let's find out. Let's just not guess this. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I almost 20 people. Let's hope that this utensil factory isn't more than 20 people. It doesn't really matter because I have to make it whether I like it or not. But I can... Well, I could leave myself... There is room up here. No, there isn't. I was gonna say there's room up there for one of those... Oh, well, there's a brewing... I could fit a brewery there. Or distillery, rather. Okay. Build one there. Now that took up 20 people. Okay. Well, dang it. I almost wonder, though. Well, that's probably 1-to-1, right? I doubt one of these would have enough to supply to... Well, it would, though, because it has 400. Let's actually turn this one off. No, I want to turn this one off because it's further away. And then I'm going to build a second utensil factory. And we'll find out if this maintains for both. Yeah, we're running out of copper. So it's not the most efficient, but I do have utensil now. So why Have you not come to get any yet? Because I have not allowed you to, that's why. You may now accept. And the little guy in his putt-putt cart goes and gets it and brings it back. Could have turned off some fishing stuff, because now we've got plenty. So much, in fact, that, you know, I could probably sell some of it. But when we do that, you can see we have large amounts of fish that disappear and get consumed when this stuff evolves. So we now need an herbalist. I'm just going to keep going until I have all the infrastructure that I require. I think that's probably the best way to do this. Okay, so that is, where's the greenhouse? That's not the greenhouse. Right, it's under factories for some reason. Greenhouse. Greenhouse, I could fit 2 on this side, should I need it. So that'll work. Let's put a greenhouse closer, I guess. Let's have a look. 5% unemployment, so 1 ought to do it. Then we'll need distribution. Here it is. Wait, that is an herbalist, right? No, that is a shop. Where is it's under services. Oh boy. Okay, herbalist. Now, where are you going to fit? I left a few spaces open. I don't have enough spaces open. Shoot. I'm going to have to destroy a house. That's okay, though. Well, maybe not, because this is actually going to be one of the evolved houses that we do, in fact, need. But for now, I'll just put the herbalist here. Excuse me. And we'll have the herbs brought in. Now, do those go directly to... Apparently they do. Next thing they require... more food. Okay, so this is the point where we now need to begin importing potatoes. Money. 740. So, even with all of this, I'm still only getting in about 700. We're gonna need, well, what did I leave myself? About 1200? Let's double check that. This has an occupation of 1800, so I can have 1800 more. May as well, right? Although I could just take more fish, and because I can't import my 1800 exactly. Potatoes. Can I lower it down to 1200? 48? Okay, we'll accept a little bit more fish, so that's probably going to be 1 more slot. And then 12. There. So long as we're bringing in a little bit. But the thing is, though, they might take too many potatoes. I think they're going to take too many potatoes. So we really actually want to lower this down to that much. And take like 2400 potatoes. And are we going to be able to import that? Well, I would. Unfortunately, 2400 potatoes is quite a lot. We only import about 400 at a time. And here comes the guy, grabs all the potatoes. Grabs all the potatoes. So yes, that's an issue. I might need to look at getting a 3rd food source. And it would have to be importing wheat from somebody, so I can turn that into my own bread. Who sells that? It's not Hamkirsch. It's, now see, what? It's a Forwood. Forwood buys wheat. but nobody actually sells wheat. So I don't know why it's available. Fedheim, I guess I could import meat directly from them. I could import the bread, and I can import that silk like I was talking about several episodes ago, but I don't need it because we don't need the garments. Well, we'll see. We'll see if I can maintain this. I mean, we're evolving right now and have no potatoes to fill in. And you are having an appeal problem? Not you, actor. Yep, it's not pretty enough. You get to be destroyed then, and turned into the newspaper kiosk. Oops, I just got rid of a road. I didn't mean to do that. In fact, I should... okay. Just to make sure. So that's interesting. That wasn't appealing enough. Yep, I think this might devolve here. Holy crap, did you see how much food that just consumed? Okay, we got our potatoes. Okay, yeah, this is gonna have to be... we're gonna need to do some meat as well, just so I have something, because this is not gonna be... this isn't gonna work. That's what I'm getting at here. We can't maintain on just the one. Although, if I picked another person who had potatoes, such as Forwood, then I wouldn't have to split my... well, but by doing it with Fedheim, I can actually sell them my fish and any possible extra copper I'm having. But I'm definitely having excessive amounts of fish. Let's open in Fedheim. And then we'll go ahead and import the meat as well. A little bit more expensive than the potatoes. Oh, am I only... no, I'm taking 2,400. We'll only import 1,200 meat so that we can have a little bit extra for potatoes. And then I will begin selling... we'll start by selling 800 of those. And I should probably... well, how many more people do I have? I should have a good amount of workers now. Yes, so I think I can reopen the iron to sell. I made quite a bit of profit last year, so we'll open this iron factory. And I guess I can go ahead and open this one, this copper mine. We still seem to be... nope, we actually do need that secondary copper mine. How's the utensil? I mean, I've got plenty of utensils though, so it might be a little unnecessary at this point. We'll go like that. How's that? Okay. So let's check and see. It's home from work we go. I don't know what that achievement entails, but I got achieve. Here come the balloons. I just want to make sure my houses don't evolve here, because we're having a severe problem. And this is just the one. I mean, these guys come in, they buy all that extra food, and then we don't have enough for everyone else. So I might actually just have to buy, you know, pretty much all of the food that I can afford. Because other market guys are gonna have to have this too. We're not even buying any meat this year? Okay, we got our 400 imported. What's that doing to my budget? Okay, we're still making plenty of money. Okay, I don't think I have to worry too much anymore. I'm also making an enormous amount of extra absinthe. Well, I say that, but it's really only just being stockpiled, so I could start selling it, but then I might not have enough, you know what I mean? Once it hits that equilibrium where you've got enough in the market and starts to back up, let's just sell it, some of it anyway. A very small amount, a very small amount. We'll only sell the 400 maybe just to begin with, just to see if I can maintain it. Which I guess is so small that they're not even taking it out of the... I think I just saw a guy take it. Yes, we just sold our 400. Okay, we could probably bump that up to 800 then. 2 pallets of absinthe. We look like we might be able to replace that rather quickly. And that's the important part. I'm still surprised I'm managing to maintain my steam capacity on only 2 extractors. But we're not doing so hot with the potatoes and the meat, so let's bump this up to max, so I'm importing all of it that I can get. And importing 4,000 potatoes. Way too much. Way too much. But I have to do it, because I need to have a constant supply of secondary food. I mean, these guys are fine. You know, they're doing okay. But it's when I have to evolve these ones out here that it's going to be a problem. So, what's next? Newspaper dork. And that should get that situated. And is this... That's level 10. There's no better place to live. Oh, this guy doesn't think so. He's the only one. Okay, so whatever I've done out here then, it must be this that's giving me the very bad appeal. Let's do another garden on this side. On this side. Thank you. And I'm gonna get rid of mouse. Come on. Get rid of that, and then we'll put a fountain. There we go. Yeah, so it must be this building that's affecting this corner, that these 2 houses could not evolve very well. Hopefully that won't be a problem over here though, because I've got some nice beautification all along there. And then I'll put 2 big 3x3s right there. So any issue around the corners will hopefully be taken care of. I guess I could look at the appeal. This one. Yeah, you can see it's a little bit brown right up there. Same with here, but once we get those in place, it should be fine, and I'm hoping those will be fine as well. I think I've done a fairly decent job of surrounding the city with good-looking stuff, so hopefully that's all that we have to deal with. Okay, so I've got 1 block, and if I look at the corner there, it's it's half of what I need. It's 1080 out of the 2000, so we're only going to need to evolve 1 more block, which means everyone else is complete excess. That's okay now. I am making so much money. I'm at 18,000 florin, so this is clearly overproduction, but that's fine. Okay, well, crap, you know what? We're not going to be able to make an extra episode out of the next one, so I may as well just pause this one here, how about? I'll put in the various buildings, and then I'll come back when these guys are evolved or close to evolving. Okay, well, I've gone ahead and added the final buildings. They should all evolve rather quickly, and we'll just run it into the end, hopefully. Really? Appeal is a problem out here, you guys? Oh, no. The newspaper dork just hadn't been by today. Unemployment rate is very high. Your citizens are beginning to complain. They added that little jaunty tune there for when you win. Doesn't matter if the unemployed are upset, because we've won. A happy bourgeois is a generous bourgeois, and we had none of them in the city. Your excellent leadership at Hamkirsch will provide enough financial support to begin construction of an important monument. Yet it is still kept a secret. But do not worry. You are considered as one of the few urbanists to be given the order. It may be time that Archibald may be confronted with the biggest project ever given to him. Yet there is keen competition. There are many urbanists yearning for a task this monumental. Anyways, Archibald may already be proud of himself for building a splendid city like Hamkirsch, which provides jewelry to all the regions of the high provinces. Great. Okay. Well, I did in fact, yes, and New Station is next. I did in fact like the layout of the city that I did that time. It looked pretty good. I was experimenting with the sandbox a little bit, and I managed to expand those little L's by a few more houses, and they do take quite a bit more homes. Although, as we saw, having 4 blocks of even just 30-ish houses was more than enough for what we needed. And then if I add another block of the elite houses next to it, or even part of it, I mean, if we only need like a 2,000 population for common housing for the workers, then we can just put on the other side the few elite homes that I might need. So I don't know, I'll have to keep experimenting with the housing blocks. I still think the long rectangles that I usually go with are probably pretty efficient, and especially in some maps where it's very weird and you have to angle around, waterways and that sort of thing. Probably fits a little bit better than a gigantic square plot like I built just now. So I don't know. I'll experiment. Anyway, that's the end of this one. We'll move on to the next mission next time.